Alright, man, so everybody done talked about this topic, man, and I wasn't gonna touch it, but I'm still getting a bunch of requests to talk about it. Still getting a bunch of DMs on IG, man, to talk about it, to give my perspective on it. Because everybody know my perspective on it is gonna be different. And everybody, the other content creators who touched it, man, they did such a wonderful job on it that I wasn't gonna mess with it, man. But then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I can't worry about what other content creators do with the topic. You know what I'm saying? If the Alphasphere want to hear my perspective on it, then I'm gonna get the Alphasphere my perspective on it. Cameron Hunter, appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Bro say just paying my dude to this great wisdom. We'll gather here to soak in. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it. J Lax Shred, I see you. Boss man JT, what up? K Daisy, what up, homie? What up? Appreciate it, homies. Appreciate it. Now, this is a topic, man, that I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard about it in passing, and I listened to a couple of content creators that I listened to. They covered it, and I still really didn't know what was going on with it. But I did a video a long time ago on my King Ray Ray channel, man, and I used Jeannie and Jeezy as the thumbnail on it because their situation kind of applied to what I was talking about. I may link that. If I leave this one up, I'll link that video in the description. But once I went and looked at the video, I was like, man, you know what? Everything I've heard about it has missed out on so many valuable points that I want to touch on here. PJ, what up? Now, in this little short clip from the show The View, she's a co-host on The View. And she's on there with 3 black chicks, man. Older black chicks at that, man. The chick who used to be fancy on the Jamie Foxx show. This other chick, I can't remember her name. I can't remember the other 2 chicks. I just remember her because she was fancy from the Jamie Foxx show. Now, she told them, in her words, in her marriage, Jeezy popped the question, man, so he finna get ready to marry the bro. She says she wants to submit in her marriage. Now, that's the first red flag for me. Everybody's talking about she says she's going to submit. Man, this chick ain't said she gonna submit. She says she wants to. What a woman wants to do and what she's actually gonna do are 2 different things, man. We all know that. Dealing with women, just throughout our lives, we know that what she wants to do and what she needs to do and what she's going to do are always 3 separate things. The thing that she does ends up being the opposite of what she wants to do and what she needs to do. So we can't even fly on that. Secondly, she grew up in a home where her mother ran her dad. These are also her words. She grew up in a home where her father was controlled by her mother. And she also referred to herself as a strong woman. That's going to be a whole lot of habits that are hard to break. So Jesus has his work cut out for him, but at the very least, he has a woman who's saying she wants to do what it's going to take to keep him. Whether she means it or not is irrelevant because we don't know if she means it. He don't know if she means it. But she says out of her mouth on a public forum that she is willing to submit in her marriage to Jeezy. Now she went on to explain what that meant. And there are a lot of people who feel like that doesn't mean submission. But let me tell you something. Submission is not slavery. Submission is not you jump and the woman say how high. Submission is not you lead the woman to a struggle life, and instead of trying to make some money to help ends meet, she just stay at home like Florida Evans. This ain't Florida Evans in Good Times. That was TV, homies. And it was also cast in the 60s. What we're talking about right now is submission. Submission is a choice. A woman has to choose to submit. Now, let's talk about why everybody's in an uproar. Now, let's keep in mind that she was the boss in her last marriage. That's why that shit's over. She was the boss in her last marriage. So she understands that being the boss means that you got to beta male. See, women don't mind being the boss when they're by themselves. They don't want to have to be the boss when they got a man in their lives. If you see a woman leading a man, it's because that man is a beta male simp mangina who is allowing his woman to lead him. Now, there's a caveat here. You can't be busted and disgusted with no money and think a woman is going to follow you. It takes money to live in this society. Why would a woman follow you if you can't give her a comfortable life? Why wouldn't she go out on her own and try to make her own money if you can't even provide her a comfortable life? We're not talking about a millionaire life. We're not talking about a baller life. We're talking about a comfortable life. If you want a woman to submit, you have to be able to put her in a position of submission. Submission is not a title. It is a position. And obviously, Jeezy can afford to put a woman in a position of submission. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I've been getting money for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I used to bounce around in ATL. All my people in ATL. You know what I'm saying? I got more family in ATL than most niggas know people in ATL. So, he been getting money for a long time. He was getting money when Meech and them was out. So, we talking about, just, and not just the money, we talking about the ability to learn money and learn how to invest and learn how to grow money. And he's also the vice president of, is it Atlantic? Yeah, he's the VP of Atlantic Records. So we're talking about somebody, man, who's well established in the industry that she's in. So for real, Jeezy is a big dog in the entertainment industry. Like, he's a big dog. And being a big dog, you have the right to only accept the woman's submission to you. Why would you put yourself together, build yourself into the best version of yourself? And I talk about this all the time. Guys build themselves into the best version of themselves only to chase and bow down to women, only to serve women. If you build yourself into the best version of yourself over these years, man, every man, by the time you're 35, 40, you should be in a position to have a woman submit to you. That's why I don't understand when I hear, you got guys, man, that are in their 30s, man, and all they talk about all the time is what woman they can talk to and what woman like them and all that. Man, let me tell you something. If you amazed and amused by a woman liking you in your 30s and 40s, you ain't got no money. Let me say this right now. If you ain't got no money, a woman ain't supposed to submit to you. You could go back and talk about, well, it don't take no money for a woman to submit to you. Boy, it take a money to even put a roof over your head. Why a woman gonna submit to you and y'all living in a car? Why a woman gonna submit to you and y'all living in the projects? Why a woman gonna submit to you and y'all gotta have burglar bars on the doors where you live? You didn't put yourself in a position to be a leader. You can't just be a leader of women. You gotta be a leader among men. And that's what Jeezy represents. He represents a leader among men. Now, let's get on into this thing a little bit further. Got a couple of super chats here I'm going to touch on, man. We about to get into this thing, man. We about to get into it. Cora Black, appreciate you joining the Alpha family, bro. Salute to you, man. Welcome to the Green Label Gang. Robert Robinson, appreciate the $10 super chat, bro. Say, I'm tired of coming on here, seeing thumbs down even before the content starts. This world is filled with entirely too many haters. Keep it up, brother. Keep grinding. Man, they do it all the time, man. Now, man, I put a premiere up before the video even go live, man. I have two to four dislikes on it, man. They're just people that just wait to see the content and they just like it. But it's somebody I blocked. But you got to think about it. You don't be in here doing that stupid if you don't want to get blocked. Then you still want to come watch the content, then get mad because you can't come in. Jay Canella, appreciate the $50 sponsorship, my brother. Salute to you. Bro said, waiting for your take on this, doc. Yeah, man. Man, the people they've been letting me know they want me to talk about it, man. So I'm going to go ahead and have to do it, bro. Salute to you, man. Appreciate the sponsorship again. One time for the homie Jay Canella. Grown Man Business, my brother, man. Appreciate the $50 sponsorship as well. Salute to my brother GMB, man. Repping that men's first. Y'all better get with it, man. Salute, brother BOA. Salute to the Alpha Sphere. Hashtag men first. Let's talk about it, bro. Salute to you, GMB. My brother is in the building. Building and growing over there, man. I see all y'all over there already, man. But if you ain't subscribed to the homie GMB, man, go ahead and slide yourself on over there, man. Go ahead and do that, man. You got to do it, man. The homie is growing over there, man. All right, let's get into this thing, man. Now let me tell y'all something. Now, I didn't link the video. I may link the video into, but all you got to go is look up, just YouTube search Jeannie My Submission. or Jeannie might submit. It's gonna come up. It's gonna be the first video. I watched the clip, and let me tell y'all what I saw. The women on the show with her, older black women, man, they looked at her like she had grown a second head when she first said that she wanted to submit in her marriage. But she explained to them that she was tired of being a leader in her own life. Now she may not be much younger than them, but she's younger than them. I mean, the chick fan saw Jamie Foxx show, she got to be about 55. So they looked at her crazy at first, and then when she explained, they all jumped in and said, yeah, you're right. It gets tiring leading all the time. And then they all got a sorrowful look on their face as she continued to talk, because they realized that their time to submit to the men that they should have submitted to is gone. I tell women all the time, if you come into contact with a man that is representing himself in a way that he's a leader, he's a king, you better find a way in your heart to submit, because I promise you, you're going to regret it. Even if you end up being with another dude that's weaker than that don't want you to submit, you're going to get to an age where you're going to look back and you're going to get tired of having to lead a man. I guarantee you, any man, any woman who leads a man is going to grow tired of it, because that is not her natural position. And anybody gets tired of playing in a position, not their natural position. Take any quarterback in the NFL and put him at wide receiver and watch he quit after about 2 games. Either you put me back in my position or I quit. He don't want to play wide receiver. That's not his natural position. But then they get to the age where it's just too damn late. Too late. And especially the chick of Jamie Foxx. The look on her face, man, like the look on her face at first was bitterness when she said that. But then when she explained it, and she also explained that Jeezy represented himself as a leader. You know why? Let me tell you what leadership is. And I tell you guys this all the time. The women in my life love me because I make a difference in their lives. Not by paying them and tricking on them and doing all that and making them feel better about themselves. Man, I don't even deal with no woman who need to feel better about herself. If a woman's self-esteem so low that the first thing she need me to do is make her feel better about herself, she better go build somewhere else. I ain't got time to make her feel better about herself. I got time to help her grow into what she need to be. But when you can come into a woman's life and automatically inspire her. Women want to be inspired by you, bro. And Jeezy inspires her. Why? Because he's a man that's respected, renowned, and successful in his chosen industry. Not all men deserve submission. I say that again. Not all men deserve submission. If your woman got to get up and go to work and help you pay bills, that's not a submission position. You are in a partnership. You are in a partnership. That's why I tell young men all the time, stop focusing on women. Man, you broke. You ain't got time to focus on getting women if you broke. Because this is the thing. If you broke, it takes too much effort and energy to get women that you want. Let me say, women that are worthy. Because when you broke, you don't know what you want. You just want a good-looking woman. When you get money, your outlook on the woman that you allow around you changes. Why? Because you have more to lose. When you broke, you ain't got nothing to lose. All you got to do is strap up and you're well protected. When you start getting a little paper, you got something to lose. You got to look at your life. And you got to make sure the woman fits into it. You got to make sure that she don't have no ulterior motive. You got to make sure that she don't have no insight into what you got and she just coming around to get that. You have to do very well in vetting women for more than just sex. The majority of men who you hear talking about vetting women just for sex are broke. When you hear a man talking about sex, he's broke. When a man would just sex anyone, he's broke. Because you just can't afford to let that many people around you when you have things to lose. So not all men deserve submission. There are a bunch of men talking about submission. They want a woman to submit. Women should submit. How a woman gonna submit to you, man, when you submit to somebody else? Man, let me tell you something. Let's put it like this. Let's say you got a job. Let's say you the fry cook at McDonald's. No woman should submit to a damn fry cook at McDonald's. You understand? Because you don't even know how to be in a position of power yet. You don't know how to be in a position of leadership. Let's say you work your way up from there. Now you're a cashier. Let's say you work your way up from there. Now you're assistant manager. Let's say you work up from there. Now you're a manager. Let's say you work your way up from there. Now you're a district manager. Now you're starting to get into a position where you're starting to understand leadership and what it takes. Leadership is a tough job. It is not just telling people what to do. It is making sure that the people that you give the assignment to can do it because you have trained them to do the assignment. The homie GMB is a perfect example. He'll tell you about his journey up from being the lowest of the low to now having men look at him as their leader, to him leading men. Until you learn how to lead men, you cannot lead your woman because you just think your woman's supposed to follow you. You don't understand that leadership is the same whether you lead men or women. Someone has to believe in your leadership ability in order to follow you. And your leadership sucks if the people who follow you can't achieve and accomplish anything. Now, let's get into a couple of things about this chick, man. As I said, she was raised in a household led by a woman. Now, let me tell you what happened. She was affected by that in two ways. The pain of seeing her dad emasculated by her mother because he wouldn't let his nuts hang and take control. That affected her. A beta male dad in a household that's run by a matriarchal mother affects all of us in a negative manner. It don't matter if a girl gets older and feel like she's doing the same things with guys. She probably went through her whole life dominating men, running men and all that. But she got to the point in her life where she finally came across a man with one, knowing Jeezy, he ain't gonna let her run him. And secondly, she realized that it wasn't the fact that she was a controller. It's not the fact that she was a dominator. It's the fact that the men that she had allowed themselves to be dominated. It takes some of us time to learn that, damn, a lot of the things that took place with that woman, I let them take place. I should have been tougher with her. I should have been rougher with her. I should have been more masculine with her. I should have been more in control with her. I should have told her it's my way or no way. And she's also getting close to the wall. She already at the wall, as a matter of fact. This ain't no spring chicken we talking about. This ain't no 25-year-old chick we talking about. You understand? We talking about a wall banger here. The second way this affected her, she was able to find out immediately that Jeezy wasn't that guy. Now, does this mean she's not going to divorce Jeezy and take half his goods? Hell no, it don't mean that. It just means that going in, she knows that she has to have a different approach. Would I trust it? Probably not. Because she just spent too much time being dominant with men. Probably spent too much time being dominant with men. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I don't know if I wouldn't trust it. You know what I'm saying? But that's Jeezy. You know, he maybe he knows it better than I do. And then, you know, some guys just get to the point in life, man, where they just ready to settle down. And I think that's where Jeezy is. He's just ready to settle down, man. No big deal. I don't think, he's just saying, well, I'm just going to be a chump. I think he's just ready to settle down, man. And, this is how you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, legal marriage, I still, my vote is against legal marriage in this day and age. I wouldn't do it. But the thing is, if he runs a tight prenup, which I'm sure he will, Jesus is a hustler, he's a businessman, I'm sure he's going to run a tight prenup. Coach Greg Adams, CGA, appreciate the $50 sponsorship, my brother. Shout out to Dr. BOA, keep bringing this heat. Salute to you, Coach. Great show you had over there, man. It's a little bit different, but it was a good show anyway, man. I caught a little bit over there at the end, man. Very interesting. Salute to you, brother. I appreciate that, man. CGA, I'm quite sure everyone in here is aware of CGA, man. We did a great show, man, a couple of months back, man. If you haven't subscribed to Coach, man, go ahead over there and subscribe to Coach, man. He's got a great channel over there, consistent content creator, man. Now, another thing I want y'all to think about is this. And I tell y'all men this all the time. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Jeezy pays the cost to be the boss. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. Even if you just dating a chick, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. Meaning that that's the only way it's gonna be your way or no way. If you can't pay the cost, you can't be the boss. Every boss on the planet has to pay the cost. Robert Kraft, New England Patriots owner, he gotta pay the cost to be the boss. When those player contracts come up, man, that money coming out of his pocket. You gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You have to. When a team's going down the tank, who leaves first? The coach, Bill O'Brien. Houston Texans, gone. Dan Quinn, Atlanta Falcons, gone. Why? Because you got to pay the cost to be the boss. Sometimes the cost is everything. Other times the cost is paper. You got to pay the cost to be the boss to even have a woman act like she's willing to submit. And I do mean act like. Because let me tell you something. When a woman says, I want to submit, now I'm going to submit, let me tell y'all one damn thing right now. If her ass ain't submitting now, she ain't gonna submit then. What's she waiting for? All of a sudden, the ring gonna make her submit the dun 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 dun. All of a sudden, she gonna submit after the honeymoon? Submission ain't something a woman just turn on like that. If she was going to submit to that man, she'd be submitting to him already. So when she says, I want to submit in my marriage, man, that's game. That's game for Jeezy, man. She's saying what she got to say to get a brother like him to buy into the whole marriage process. Because I'm going to be honest with you. It wouldn't be no marriage for me. Even if I was going to get married, it wouldn't be no marriage for me if she wasn't already submitting. How you going to submit? How you going to marry a woman who ain't submitting already because she say she want to submit, but you got to marry me before I submit? That's the equivalent of waiting to marry a woman to have sex. In this day and age, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you meet a virgin, great. Wait to have sex with her. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, man, listen, man. I done turned down most sex than most cats got. You know what I'm saying? Just to be honest with you. So, and that just not bragging, but I've turned down more sex than most men have gotten. No bragging, just facts. But if I come across a virgin, yeah, man, I won't knock her down till afterwards. Whatever the ceremony we gonna have, because it still won't be legal. But whatever the jump we gonna have, a jump the broom or whatever we gonna do, whatever I decide, then yes, I will wait. But as far as this, come on, man. I want to submit in my marriage. Come on, bro. And I know some beta male simmer are gonna say, well, Dr. BOA, you don't know if she's submitting right now. You all the people business, Dr. BOA. You just don't want to see that woman happy. That woman say she gonna be with Jesus. 1 minute you say the woman needs to submit, then when the woman says she gonna submit, you unhug again, Dr. BOA. You just don't like women. You hate women, Dr. BOA. Unsubscribe. Hey man, let me tell you something, sucker. Go ahead and unsubscribe. But before you go, I'm gonna tell you like this: ain't no hate for women over here. Ain't even no hate for women's ways over here. But all I'm saying is this: a woman don't just start submitting all of a sudden. It'd be different if the woman said, yeah, I submit, I submit. No, she didn't say she gonna submit. She didn't say she gonna submit. I see somebody say Asian women seem to be more submissive. She's not an Asian woman. She's an American woman who with an Asian heritage. There's a big difference between an Asian woman and an American woman with Asian heritage. Let's get that straight. It's not like he's in Chinatown. This is a woman in Hollywood. There are no submissive women in Hollywood, brothers. There are no submissive women in Hollywood. Nowhere. Submissive women don't go to Hollywood. All right, man, we're having a little trouble. I'm telling you, brother, submissive women do not go to Hollywood. Hollywood is not the place for submissive women. I ain't lying to you. I wouldn't make this up, brothers. I wouldn't make it up. There are no submissive women in Hollywood, man. You can't be submissive in Hollywood. Hollywood is a dog-eat-dog environment. All a woman's submission leaves her in Hollywood. It's just not possible. Let me get myself in focus here, man. It's just not possible, brothers. I'm telling you what I know. Brown Hunter 1975, man. Appreciate you joining appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Salute, Doc. I'm late. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Now we just getting cooking, man. We just getting cooking. Food still on the stove, man. Nobody got a plate yet. GMB, appreciate you joining the Alpha family, brother. Salute to you. Welcome to brother GMB to the Green Label Gang, man. Fire Marshal Bill, appreciate the $2 super chat. Miss 81, appreciate the $2 super chat. Love your knowledge, appreciate it, appreciate it. My City, appreciate the $2 super chat, man. 100, salute to you, bro. C. Rob, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. Said if he signed a marriage license here, damn fool, point blank. Salute Dr. BOA and all the Alpha Kings. That's it, man. You know, I think this is just game, bro. I think this is just game. Yeah, I got in that time, Flim. You know, it's really just game. And listen, you got to think about how women function. She'll get on a public forum and say this to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? She'll say it to the whole world, which makes it seem more authentic. But women get in front of the whole world and lie all the time. All the time. That don't matter. So another thing is this, man. Now, I will tell you this. Jeezy is blowing her mind with chump change. You know what I'm saying? He's blowing her mind with chump change. You know, she's on the Dancing with the Stars thing, man, and he bought her a billboard. You know, a billboard, man, come on, man. I can get a billboard. Let's be honest with you. I mean, they're not that cheap. If you ain't got no money to play with, you can't get it. But yeah, I can put some on a billboard. But he got a billboard, man, that said, put her up there, put a picture up there and said, vote for her on Dance for the Stars, man, which, you know what I'm saying? He did it on his birthday, which is, you know, that is, or who knows? It's really nothing and then it's something. So who knows? Now, let me tell you something, man. Being a 40-year-old man who's been dealing with multiracial smorgasbord of women for quite a while, for some years, I don't doubt that Jeezy deals with women from a position of power. And I don't doubt that he doesn't necessarily prize her. But let me help y'all to something. If you put a woman in the wife position, you prize her. You know what I'm saying? Putting a woman in the wife position is automatically prizing her. Automatically prizing her. There's no other way to look at that. The very moment you put a woman in the wife position, she's your prize. 100%. There's really nothing you can do about it. You know, we talk about it a lot, and you know, we act like things aren't what they are. But the truth of the matter is, we know the reality of these things. So, you know, the more we think about it, we have to keep in mind that a woman will, especially when she feel like she done caught one, when a woman feel like she done caught a man worth having, man, there are some things, man, that woman is going to be willing to do. Just to keep it a buck with you. There's some things that a woman is going to be willing to do when she comes to the realization that a man is worth keeping. And only reason a woman think a man is worth keeping is for finances, bro. We got to keep that in mind. A woman only thinks a man is worth keeping because of finances. There is no woman who says a broke man is worth keeping. There's no woman who's saying a man that's struggling is worth keeping. You understand? There's no woman who says that. That's just not how women function. And as men, we have to keep in mind that that's just not how women function. They don't function that way. They don't put themselves in a position to marry a man who they don't look at as a financial provider. Like, it's all about provision with women. We have to keep that in mind. It's all about provision with women. It's all about provision. If you can't provide, then no woman is going to even say, I'm going to submit. I want to submit. She's saying she want to. Sound to me like she can't. You know, it's like somebody trying to lose weight. Man, I want to lose weight, man. I just can't. I've been trying, man. I've been eating right, man. I've been, you know, man, I want to go to the gym, man. I just can't. You know, I want to go, man. I can't, man. You know, man, you know, I want to leave that woman alone, man, but I can't. When somebody says, I want to do something, that means they ass can't. You ain't never heard nobody that can do something to say, I want to do it. They say, I'm going to do it. Man, hey, boy, don't lift that, man. You can't lift that, man. Man, I'm finna lift it about 5 times. They get up there and lift it 5 times. If you get up under that first and say, hey, man, go ahead and get you one, man. I want to do it, man, but man, you can't. Let's keep in mind, man. Now, the only reason she'll even get in public and say this is because she's non-black. Let's be honest about that. She's Americanized. By far, she's Americanized. But she's non-black. I mean, let's be honest. A black woman just ain't finna get on TV and say that she finna submit to no man. That she want to submit to no man. She just ain't gonna do it. She is not going to do it. No. Boy, when I tell you no black woman is gonna do it, I mean that. Ain't no black, even if she wants to submit even if she wants to submit in private, she is not going to get on a public platform and say it on a television show. She is not going to do it. Because in her mind, submitting to a man means that she's not equal to him. Well, guess what? Not submitting to a man still means that you're not equal to him. But she has the mindset that she's equal. No woman who feels like she's equal is going to ever do that. It's not going to happen. And let me tell you another thing. No woman who's been dominant is going to submit. Why? Because being dominant is empowering. When a woman has spent her entire life being dominant over the men that she's dealt with, she's never gonna be submissive. Why? Because being dominant feels so good. Why do I say it's my way or no way? Because, man, that feels wonderful. I don't care about the 5, 10, 20 women that don't go along with that, because I still spend time with them. I still break their back. I still get whatever I'm gonna get out of them. And then they realize that they can't stick with it. Okay, fine. On to the next. She realized she can't deal with it after a while, but I still broke her back, still got her out there, still develop a relationship with her that she'll always be available to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not necessarily sexually, but always available to me if I need her to put in some work for me or do whatever. That's how I like to leave relationships. But the bottom line is this. No woman who is used to being dominant, raised in a household with a dominant woman, is ever going to submit to a man. Ever. She doesn't know how. You can't teach a 40-year-old woman how to submit. You can't teach a 40-year-old woman nothing. Her learning curve, man, listen, women stop being open to information from you at a certain age, and it's way younger than 40. I can tell you that. Way younger than 40. Women get set in their ways way younger than 40. Once she's set in her ways, you can't change her. This woman is set in being a dominant woman. She does not know how to submit. And let me tell you something. What she's saying is that she wants to let Jeezy take control of some of the decisions that she's made in her life up to this point. Basically, what she's saying is since she met him, the direction that he tells her to go in is a better direction. She specifically said, she had to be her own attorney. She had to be her own manager. She had to be her own booking agent. She had to be all of that when she couldn't afford to hire those people. So basically, she wants Jeezy to manage her career, but she wants to lock him down in a marriage just in case her career don't work out. And then she got his money to fall back on. She never said anything about true submission. And that's no fault of hers. She don't know what submission is, brothers. She thinks submission is letting a man run the parts of your life that you want him to run. Letting a man run the parts of your life that you think are okay. Letting a man run the parts of your life that you're not doing that good at. That's not submission. And let me tell you, any man who has put himself in a position that Jesus put himself in should never accept anything less than true submission. True submission. Because technically speaking, what can this chick bring to, what can she bring to the table that Jesus ain't already got? Ask yourself that. Now, the average guy could marry that woman and come up, but not a man who's put himself in the position of Jesus. That's why I don't meet chicks online. Like I don't pursue chicks online. You know what I'm saying? A woman has to do just like a woman in real life. She has to show that interest. You know what I'm saying? She has to show me attraction confirmation. And even then, I'm going to take my time to figure out what she's about. But as far as actively, pursuing, be perfectly honest with you, I don't see many women online who could benefit my life. I can get sex in real life. So there's no need for me to jump through no hoops to get sex from no chick online. A lot of men can't get sex in real life. They have never gotten sex in real life. They live in places where women don't even see them. They don't exist to women. So they have to come online. And then online, you can be whoever you want to be. You can present a lie, the woman can present a lie, and y'all ain't got to worry about the truth till y'all meet and start living together, start spending a lot of time together. You can live a lie online and meet somebody and keep living that lie for 10 years until y'all get tight. And then they got to find out. See, I truly believe that, like the brother said, man, Jeezy is just he ready to settle down. And let me tell you something. And this is where sisters need to really listen. Out of all the women in the world, out of all the women in America, Jeezy was not going to settle down with a black woman. He wasn't going to do it because all the tumultuous relationships he's had, just like all the tumultuous relationships many of us have been with those women. Those women who do not ever see themselves even mentioning the word submit in the same sentence with black man. And that's the reality of it, man. Got a couple let's see, man. Got a couple super chats up here. All right. C. Rob, appreciate the $5 super chat. Rob say, if he signed a marriage license, he a damn fool, point blank. Salute, Dr. Bill. Now, I think I got that one. Salute, bro. Alpha Sigma 1914. Appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. So always doing the Lord's work. Brooklyn in the building. BK in the building. What up, homie? What up? Making Major Profits 101. Salute to you, man. Welcome to the Alpha family, man. Welcome to the Green Label gang. Big Rich upgraded to the Alpha Essence. Salute to you, Rich. Appreciate the upgrade, homie, man. Always supporting. Salute to you, man. C. Rob, appreciate the $5 super chat. C. Rob said there's no way she is on that show with those three other Jezebels and not absorb some of that satanic energy of them three strands. Salute. No doubt about that, man. Success is living 07, my bad. Appreciate the $5 super chat, homie. Bro, say preach, fam. Salute to you, man. Appreciate it. The Principles of Man, appreciate the $5 super chat, bro. So your content is fire, my brother. Alpha's up. Salute to you, bro. Beta's down. Appreciate it, man. OB, what's up, OB? Appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Shalom, brother. I've been missing the lives, but catching the replays. Salute to the chat. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate it, man. That's the thing, man. I'm going to start coming on earlier again like I used to, man. My original time was 8:15, man. And I got a lot of guys around the world, man, who they can't really tune in to that late show, man. That 10:15 show is just too late for a lot of guys, man. And I think we all can come together at 8:15, man. So let's get back into this thing, man. Now let's talk about the possibility of submission. Let's say she is intent on submitting. The only way this happens is a woman has to believe in your ability to lead. Not just to lead, but to lead her better than she leads herself. It's the same thing as getting hired as a football coach. Whatever coach gets hired to coach the Atlanta Falcons, he's going to be the coach because they believe he can lead the team better than the last coach did. Raheem Morris, brother, used to be the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's the interim coach, I think, with the Houston Texans, I think. Maybe he'll get the job. But if he gets the job, it's going to be because they feel like he can lead better than the last coach. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing, man. If you put yourself in a position to be an absolute leader in your life, you put yourself in a position to be the top done, you put yourself in a position to be a boss, then you should only accept submission from a woman. You shouldn't even deal with a woman who's not going to submit, who hasn't been taught how to submit. Brothers, you cannot train a woman how submission goes. She has to be taught that. She has, no matter of fact, you can't teach her. She has to have been trained to be submissive. The word says, train up a child in the way they should go, and though they may stray, they shall always return. You must understand, when someone is trained in something, they hold on to the essence of it. They know how to do it from the ground up. If she has not been taught and trained to be submissive, it doesn't matter what she say. If she didn't grow up in the house with a dad who was in power and a mother who was submissive, she doesn't know how to submit. Even if she grew up with a grandmother, she didn't grow up in the house with her grandmother and her granddad was in power and her grandmother was submissive, she don't know how to submit. And where the hell she learned how to submit in this society? Find me the place in this society where a woman can be taught how to submit. Or where girls can be raised and trained on submission. They don't teach it in the schools. They don't teach it online. They don't teach it nowhere. It's impossible. So if I was the homie Jeezy, I wouldn't fall for the okie doke, man. Because this ain't nothing but the okie doke right here. And I'm going to tell you about me. If I'm going to fall for the okie doke, I'm going to fall for the okie doke for a woman that look like me. I ain't falling for the okie doke for no other nationality or woman. If I'm going to be taken advantage of, I'm going to be taken advantage of by a woman that look like me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not finna let no other nationality, no other race of woman take advantage of me. If I'm going to lose my money, I'm going to lose it to a black woman. I'm not going to lose my money to no Asian woman or no white woman or no Hispanic woman or none of that. But that's just me. Now, I don't plan on losing my money to none of them. But if I had to choose, if somebody put a gun to my head and say you're going to lose your money to one of these women, which woman you going to pick? I'm going to say, well, just give me the black woman. I'm going to pick her. I'm going to let her take advantage of me. Because at least if I'm going to be taken advantage of, I get to be taken advantage of while I'm enjoying the body of the absolute most beautiful creature on the planet when it comes to the female species. You understand what I'm saying? You find me the most beautiful black woman on the planet and no woman from no other race can touch her when it comes to physical beauty. We know that. You can deny it if you want to. If you deny it, then something wrong with you. But I'm telling you the truth. Find me the most beautiful black woman on the planet and then find me the most beautiful woman in every other nationality. And I guarantee you that it ain't gonna even be no competition. No competition. Now, when we get into talking about attitudes and the internal makeup, oh yeah. Black woman run into some problems then. She run into a few problems at that point. You know, but if we just talking physicality, come on, bro. No competition. None. So that would be my choice. So I would say to the brother Jeezy, man, if you're going to get taken advantage of, you need to do a quick screening on this broad right here, man, because you just don't know what you're getting yourself into. Because I just don't see a woman who admits that she's been dominant her whole life, who admits she's been in leadership position in her whole life, who admit that she grew up in the household with her mother, who was dominant over her dad, that all of a sudden she know how to submit to a man. She don't. That's why she says she want to. D. Swain, appreciate the $10 super chat, homie. Salute, absolutely. Real talk, bro, real talk. JS313, appreciate the $50 sponsorship, my brother. Brother said, appreciate the content, help me on to the path of the most with a better understanding without getting caught up in the religious aspects. Blessed to all. Man, that's the best thing, bro. We got to avoid that religious aspect, man, because it'll put us in our feminine. So, you know, another thing is this, man. Think about this, man. You build yourself into a powerhouse of a man. First off, when you build yourself into a powerhouse of a man, you're a damn fool to get married. If you ain't married already when you build yourself into a powerhouse, you're a fool. It just makes no sense to build yourself in a powerhouse and then give some random woman who wasn't even there for the struggle of the thing to get access to whatever you got. Or however she gonna do it. Because this is the thing. If even if you get her to sign a prenup, you drop a seed off in them, the prenup don't even matter because she finna hit you up for the child support. And we know how that goes. They hit you for a percentage of your income. So if you getting money, it's gonna always be more than it necessary to take care of a child. But she gonna always get those type of G's out of you. And so you gotta understand as a man that it's your goal to make sure that you protect your resources. It's your goal to make sure that you protect your essence. It's your goal to make sure that you protect your generational wealth. And the thing is, you have to make sure that you can rely on the woman to be who she says she is. Or even better, who she presents herself as by her actions and reactions. That's one of the most important things, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, I just don't see why. I just don't see it, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. She ain't the most attractive Asian chick either. You know, just to be honest with you, she ain't the most attractive. She ain't the most attractive one. You know what I'm saying? She's always been in control. And I mean, I'm telling you, man, we all know how they can do, man, especially when they know how to be feminine. When they know how to act feminine, man, you get yourself caught up so quick with a woman that know how to act feminine. A woman that know how to act feminine is the most manipulative woman you can come across, man. Like, she will put you in, man, listen, a woman who know how to act feminine will put you on cloud 9 while she loading up the rifle, getting ready to pick you off and shoot you off cloud 9 at any given time. So I just think this is one of those things, man, where I don't know how long he been with her, man, but if it ain't been 5 years, he better give her 5 years, man. Yeah, and she also said that she wants to be submissive at home. You know what I'm saying? See, this is the thing. You have to listen to the wording that a woman uses. I want to be submissive in my marriage. Just in her marriage now. So anything she deems outside of the marriage, she's not going to be submissive in that. If a woman doesn't say I'm fully submissive, and she need to practice now. Jeezy need to put her in practice right now. Show me how submissive you're going to be. I doubt if Jeezy even know what submission is. He probably never had a woman submit to him. He probably let her define what submission is. See, let me tell you something as men. We got to stop allowing a woman to make us feel special because she's doing something for us she never did for anyone else. That's feminine. That's what a female does if you do something for her that no other man has ever done for her. She get all in her feelings and feel like you the one. We got to stop feeling special because a woman has never did something for another man. When a woman tells me, you know, I've never done this with anybody else, I'm like, okay, I'm me. You know, what that's supposed to mean to me? I would never do this with anyone else. I know you wouldn't. I'm a special kind of dude. I wouldn't suspect that you do these things with anyone else. I'm me. I'm raw like that, shawty. You the only man, blah, blah. Of course I'm the only man, you blah, blah. I'm the only man like me that you've ever met. I wouldn't expect anything less. And that's just real, man. So another thing is this, man. Submission is not compromise. Submission is submission. It's not compromise. See, let me tell you something. What she's talking about is not submission. She's talking about compromise. Because he has shown her that he can direct her career in a better manner. I mean, the guy's a major label executive. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually responsible for a couple of successful acts, a few successful acts, as a matter of fact. But when you think about it, you have to ask yourself, is that submission? Or is that giving over? What she's getting is a free manager, a free booking agent, a free attorney, where she used to have to pay for that stuff. So now she don't have to pay for it anymore. Of course, if she's his fiance, I know he's gotten her career for free of charge. Damn sure ain't gonna charge her net if he marries her. So what is she really submitting? It's when you give in to something that's better for you, that's not submission. That's just making a wise decision. You got to understand, brothers. You got to understand that when you compromise with a woman or a woman who's willing to compromise, that's nothing. Because a woman is only willing to compromise when there's an advantage for her to gain. But that's all of us. All of us are only willing to compromise when there's something to gain from that compromise. None of us wants to compromise and take a loss via compromise. So we have to stop being suckers for women words. Just because a woman throw a word out there. Listen, I can't even believe once I heard what she said, I was like, wait a minute. Everybody just responding to the wording. This woman didn't describe submission at all. Like nothing she described when she spoke was submission. And everybody just went crazy. But let me tell you who went the craziest. Black men attacked black women who attacked black men when this was about a black man and an Asian woman. It was just another thing to pit black men and black women against one another over something that ain't got nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them at all. But I will say this. As many men as who are happy that she said this and pleased that she said this, it just goes to show you that many men don't understand what submission is. Many men, let me tell you something. Men are so sick of the pushback they get from the women they've been with in their lives that a woman who just don't push back is submissive to them. Like a woman who just don't challenge everything. If you used to women challenging you 100% of the time, a woman who only challenges you 50% of the time feels like submission to you. That's why I tell men, your way or no way is the way you have to pattern your life. You have to pattern your life in a no way or no way fashion, in a your way or no way fashion rather, because that's the only way you understand what it feels like to have a woman give in to your whims, to have a woman give in to your desires, to have a woman follow your lead, to have a woman go in the direction that you want them to go in. That's the only way you know that. My way or no way simply means that I am the boss here. And you may not have a woman who's going to buy into that long term, but so what? Even if you're a chump, a woman ain't going to buy into it long term. She'll buy into it longer, but eventually if you're a chump, you and the woman ain't going to be together no way. So you might as well just, if you're going to deal with 5 women in 5 years, you might as well deal with those 5 women in 5 years from position of power from my way or no way. At least you learn what it feels like to have a woman even try to give you that. So you won't be caught up in a woman's words. She said, I want to submit. And listen, let me tell you something, bro. She didn't even say, I want to submit to Jeezy. She said, I want to submit in my marriage. She ain't married to nobody. She might end up marrying Jeezy. Well, they might break the engagement off. She might marry somebody else. Being submissive in her marriage is different from being submissive to Jeezy. Like if a woman said, I want to be submissive in a relationship, that ain't saying the same thing about being submissive to me. Yeah, I'm going to be submissive in a relationship. Well, what's your definition of relationship? What the hell does that mean? Your definition of relationship might be something totally different from mine. As weird as that sounds, it could be totally different. So when a woman tell me something, when a woman promises me something, or a woman guarantees me something, she got to call me by name. Not by, don't tell me about no situation. You got to call me by name. I don't believe if you don't call me by name. If you don't call me by name, you ain't talking to me and you ain't talking about me. Hugo Banks, appreciate the $10 super chat, homie. Banks say, man, salute to the whole Alpha Kingdom. Just sending some collection in Dr. BOA direction. Salute to you, Banks. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Now, another thing in this thing is this, man. When it all boils down, you can't get this. You can't get this submission, man. But only if you exhibit that alpha energy. So if this chick is dead serious, let me tell y'all something, man. I tell y'all all the time. I've dealt with some mostly educated chicks, man. Bunch of them. Damn near every chick that I've dealt with is educated, man. At least 1 degree, and most of them 2. And I tell you this, they're different from a woman who doesn't have those degrees. I've dealt with a couple of women, man, who professed they were feminists. You know what I'm saying? This was years ago. You know, I wouldn't even, if a woman said anything about feminism, now I'd be like, you know what? That's a wonderful cause you got. See you later. But even those women tried to submit. They wanted to submit, but I'm telling you, brothers, they can't. They don't know how to submit. They don't even know what it means. They slide into it all nervous because they don't want to end up being a slave and all that. Man, listen, they'll try. When a woman's really feeling your alpha energy, man, she will go against herself. But the thing is, you meet a woman who's 25 years old, 26, 27 years old, even 30 years old. She's been set in her ways for all those years. Her best effort in the world, is not going to change the nature of who she is. Her nature is what it is. Her habits are what they are. Her understanding, as twisted and incorrect as it may be, is what it is. And you men have to understand at all times that you cannot change the stripes of a zebra. You cannot change the aggressive nature of a cottonmouth snake. You cannot change lions into vegetarians. And you also cannot change the woman who is set in her ways, because she will be that very way even into her old age, man. Reg Horton, appreciate the $5 super chat. Reg say, BOA, what you think about his marriage situation in comparison to Gucci, since they've been compared throughout their whole careers? Gucci old lady proved herself. He dogged her out, left her some paper, went to prison, came back. She had flipped his paper 3 times over. And so that's proof that woman could have bounced. She ain't even, man, listen, bro, she ain't even from America. She could have bounced and went home on him. What are you gonna do? Got him eating right. See, let me tell you something. When you're on the way to becoming the best version of yourself, which Gucci always was, he had some detours where he tried to destroy his own path, but that woman came into his life and helped him focus again. See, she's not responsible for making him the best version of himself. She's responsible for giving him focus, for giving him something to focus on, for giving him that soft voice, that soft disposition, that soft feminine support, and also that show of loyalty and dedication to his process. See, the money was his. It wasn't hers. When she flipped it, it was still his. But you know what that showed? That she was dedicated not to her betterment of her own self. She was dedicated to his process. You see what I'm saying? That's what the hell submission looks like. This man was in prison and she was still out working on his behalf. Instead of talking about he bought me this, he bought me that. Look at the billboard he put up for me. She was still working on his behalf. And he admits that he was dogging out before he went in there. He was dogging everybody out. That boy that had never enemies when he went away. And she helped the boy change so much, man, that people say Gucci a clone. Now, Gucci ain't a clone. Gucci just detox while he was away in that cell. The one thing you get a chance to do in that cell, if you want to, is detox. Think. And to realize, man, that that woman was still on his team after all that and then flipped his money. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't all about legal marriage, man, but I'll be honest with you. If I had left a woman some money and she flipped it like that, hell, I might have came out and married her too. I ain't going to even lie to you. That's one hell of a show of support and dedication to your cause. That's it. And you think about it. You know, people say all the time, well, she already had children. Dr. B.O.A., you say a man should marry. Hey, man, you got to look at Gucci. Gucci's from a different environment. I mean, he's well, not really necessarily from a different environment, but he's a different guy than me. You know what I'm saying? I talk about what the ultimate level of striving to be the most alpha version of yourself is. See, when I say no man should get married these days, in this day and age, the brother GMB been married about 20 years, 25 years. You know what I'm saying? GMB damn near been with his old lady since they were born. You know what I'm saying? They jumped straight out the cradle at the hospital in the nursery, man. And they've been together ever since, damn near. That's how far he go back with his old lady. But even GMB, if he wasn't married, I guarantee you he wouldn't get married today. He said it so himself. Because it's different now. But it's rare. How many other stories have we heard of a woman going to bat for a man like that chick went to bat for Jeezy, for Gucci, and flipped his straight up Bama boy, straight out of Bessemer, Alabama, man. Some killers in Bessemer too, boy. I had some homies in Bessemer, man. Them boys was gutter, man, gutter. So crazy thing is, I met those guys, man. They were just hanging out somewhere, man. I was hustling something. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what it was, man. But man, they were packed up at a trap house, man. And you know, in Bessemer, country as hell, man. They were packed up at a trap house, man. It was about a mile away from the next house closest to it. I passed by, man. I said, man, all them niggas over there, man. I'm finna go over there and try. I can't remember what I had, man. I might have had some trees. It's just been so long, I can't remember. But man, I turned around and whooped up on them, man. Jumped out the car, man. You know what I'm saying? They all packed around just like niggas do, man. And I just started talking to the cat. You can look in their eyes and tell who the leader is. And the leader is never the biggest dude. The biggest dude, he the muscle. But man, I started talking to Snoop. I'll never forget it, man. I started talking to Snoop. And man, before you know it, we hit it off. Real recognize real. Man, we sitting there chopping it up, man. Before you know it, man, I was out there kicking with them cats, man, for hours, man. I was like, man, hey, man, let me get on out of here, man. Exchange numbers with everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? And them dudes, right? I mean, shit, three dead, man. But you know, and then Big Mongo, man. Big Mongo locked up. He ain't gonna never get out. So, but just meeting those guys like that, man, you know what I'm saying? Real recognize real, man. And them became my partner. That's the only plug I had. Them the only connection I had in Bessemer, man. I don't even know I was out there in the first place. But this is the thing, man. All I'm saying is just like Gucci did, Jeezy should look at her actions, not her words. What are her actions showing? What can she contribute? What can she donate? What can she prove? How can she prove her loyalty to the process of your progress? That's what I want to know. I tell you guys all the time, damn what a woman says. How can she prove that she is dedicated to the process of your progress? That's all I want to know. Shout out, man, well, you know, I can cook, I can clean. I don't need you to cook. I can cook for myself. I'm a gourmet chef. I can give you emotional support. I don't need no emotional support from you. You're a woman. You can't need emotional support yourself. I can be your companion. I don't want no companionship from you. I'm my best companion. I shut up when I'm talking. I don't talk back. I don't always want to chime in, and I damn sure don't want to always cuddle with myself. I can give you a shoulder to cry on. I don't need no shoulder to cry on. I don't cry. I cry tears of joy. You don't need no shoulder to cry on when you cry tears of joy. I don't be sad like that. I don't never be that sad. I don't never be that mad. And I don't never be that upset. What can you contribute to the process of my progress is what I want to know. Well, here's my process. Look at this. Got it right here. Open that pad right there and look at it. That's my process. Those are the things that I plan to do for the rest of the year. What can you contribute to those things? Look at the next 6 months. Look at the 6 months of that planner right there. Tell me, look at it. Take your time, look at it. And tell me what you can benefit how you can benefit any of that process. And if you can't benefit that process, then you serve no purpose. And that's all it is, man. Hey, that's a good one, G. G said, G said, oh man, y'all look at what G said, man. Hey, that's a good one, G. Hey, that's my first time hearing that one, bro. That's my first time hearing that one, G. That was a good one, boy. Man, that was good. Boogie Talks, man. What's up with you, bro? Salute to you, man. Appreciate the $20 super chat. Boogie say, man, one of my inspirations to create content on my channel for me. Big up, Dr. BOA. Keep up the great content. No doubt, man. Y'all check out Boogie, man. Boogie, man, he be supporting. He really be moving around the platform, man, supporting the guys that's real content creators, man. You know what I'm saying? So, salute to the brother, man. Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. So, you know, man, you just got to keep in mind, man, that, no matter what happens out here, bro, as men, we have to make sure that we are able to point at one another and call one another out on bad moves that we're about to make. Call one another out on bad moves that we made. Pull one another to the side and say, look at here, bro. I don't necessarily think you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So with Doc, with Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? If anybody, and really, man, I'm gonna holler at my people, man, in the ATL, man, and see if they know how to plug me in with Jeezy any kind of way, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause I really like to sit down and talk to the brother, man, before he make this move, man. I ain't trying to change his mind, but I'm trying to open his mind. You know what I'm saying? You don't always have to change a man's mind. Sometimes you could just open his mind to different perspectives that he probably hadn't considered before. Big Rich, appreciate the $50 sponsorship, brother. Brother say, man, didn't think I could learn anything new at 52. You prove I can every time. 100. Salute to you, Rich. Rich always represent, man. Salute to the brother Big Rich, man. So, man, I just want to, come in here and touch on this, man, and cover some bases that I think, may have not been covered. The bottom line is this, man. This chick will not submit. She cannot submit. She does not understand what submission is. She has never been submissive. And a chick at 40 is not finna learn how to submit. A chick at 40 is not finna do something that she's never done before. You know what I'm saying? You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And this chick right here, man, is not finna suddenly learn how to submit. She's just not gonna do it. She wants to submit the part of her life that she can't control no more. See, this chick, sometimes a woman hit a wall in her career. All the wall is not just the physical wall, shit, the biological clock. Sometimes she hit a wall in her career. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The chick doing Dancing with the Stars. It's kind of like when you see a rapper on one of those little what's the show? The hip hop and love, the love and hip hop show. Any rapper who ends up there, man, their career is burned already. You know what I'm saying? Their career is burned. Now, you cannot be a rapper and then blow up and then get on that show. That show be your break and then you take off. But if you are formerly popular and one of the top sellers and then you end up on that show, it's over for you. You can't bounce back from that. And that's how I feel about a show like Dancing with the Stars. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I doubt if you ever see Jay and Beyonce on there, man. Might not never see Kanye and Kim on there either. If you still popping, man, you just ain't gonna see you on Dance with the Stars. And when you think about it, I just feel like she's saying, okay, I'm gonna let him control my career in exchange for this big house and access to the money in these cars. I'm gonna submit my career to him because all he concerned about his career anyway. And then I'm gonna run the house the way I want to. I guarantee you, if you marry that broad, there will not be any submission, bro. I can almost guarantee you. I ain't making it up, brothers. I wouldn't make it up. I couldn't make it up. So, since we in here, man, talking about this, it's only right, it's only fitting. It's only fitting. So, man, I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. I just want to come in and talk about this. Give my 2 cents on it. Give my perspective on it. We had, man, 1,200 in here, man. We got 606 likes, man. Man, I don't understand how people can sit and listen to a content creator do a live show, which is pretty much a TV episode. Sit and listen this whole time and not hit the damn like button. I just don't get that. I understand some people forget to hit it, but most people don't. So how can I have 1,200 people in here and not even get 1,000 likes? I don't get it, man. There's just something wrong with that, man. There's something morally wrong with that. I don't get it, man. So with me, man, I don't even do a whole bunch of, man, hit the like button, man, because I just feel like, man, at a certain point, man, like that's just something we all do. I don't even watch a lot of content, but when I watch content, I hit the like button. So, I just feel like, man, sometimes, man, we have to take the initiative on some things, man. Because this ain't easy, bro. Coming here, man, being the only one talking for an hour and a half, 2 hours, man, then doing content every day, man, and then doing a live stream on the other channel, man, then, chopping content to put on IG, man, and then put content on Patreon, bro. I'm telling you, man, this ain't easy, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, a thumbs up, man, is the least, that a brother can ask for, man, and receive. So, man, I was watching CGA channel today, man. He had Rosebud Bitter Dose on there, man. Boy, let me tell you. Man, Rosebud was cussing up a storm over there, man. CGA be trying to keep his show clean. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It was awkward for CGA, man. You know what I'm saying? He was I might get Rosebud Bitter Dose, man, over here, man, one of these days, man. I may start having people on the channel, man, one day, man. Right now, I just don't really have the time or desire for it. So anyway, homies, man, let's get that thing up at least to 800, man. We need 9 more likes, man. 7 more. Let's get it up to 800 at least, man. So, man, hey, I appreciate, man, everybody being in the joint, man. It's been real in the field, man. And, it's always real to get in here, man, and kick it with the Alpha Sphere, man. And, I appreciate all the super chats, man. I appreciate all the support, man. I just appreciate, the growth that the channel has had over this, over this little time, man. We slowing down a little bit now, leveling off to, to an even thing, man, because we blasted off for a minute there, man. So, hey, man, I appreciate, everything, man, that y'all do for the channel, man, with the support, man, and, all the guys who send people this way and share the content. Mod Squad always showing up, man, putting their best foot forward, man, especially when I have those knuckleheads in here, man. So I set up the membership, man, on what's called today, man. I had on the King Ray Ray channel, I had to submit it for review. So over the next couple of days, we may have to do, if I do a show tomorrow over there, man, we may have to do a show without the members on their own, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't want to do one without it, man, because the trolls was deep in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And the trolls, man, I can't really rock with them trolls, bro. Yeah, we plateauing right now, man. We plateauing, man. But that's how it is, man. You get that blast, and then you level off. And then you get that blast, and then you level off. And then you get that blast, and then you level off. That's just how it goes, man. So, all right, brothers, let's get ready to do this thing, man. We're going to head on out of here, man. Man, let's go ahead and let's be out, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. It's been real in the field. D Flames, Brown Hornet 1975. The homie YMC was in the building, man. I appreciate all y'all brothers, man. Green Label Gang on deck. Salute to the Alpha Sphere. Bless up to the Green Guys. Peace.